Hey, hello, hello, hello. Happy Thursday. I'm your host, Georgia Girl. And today I was just popping in for a little bit, seeing what everybody been up to. Hey, Miss Key, how you doing? How that water going, girl? Woo! I tell you, I've been drinking on this water for the last 4 days. I changed flavors today. Today I got melon, watermelon, cantaloupe, and honeydew. Woo! It been having me going, girl. But it's refreshing. It's good to stay hydrated. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? I had been up under the weather a couple of days, but I'm bouncing back. I'm bouncing back. God is so good. I'm gonna come on and talk a little bit. How you been feeling, Miss Key? Shout out to everybody that been doing the challenge this week. Make sure you check out Frank G Life, Sassy, and Miss Key Kitchen and More. She's also my co-host, and we've been doing fusion water all week of your choice, different flavors. Like I said, fusion water is whatever you make it out to be. It can be fruit, vegetable, fruit on fruit, vegetable on fruit, um, spices or whatever. But I tell you see how much I've been drinking. I just filled it up. I'm gonna be running at night, but you know what? I haven't had any caffeine, none this last 4 days. Put it like that. I usually drink a I usually drink a ginger ale a day. You know, I drink that sometime because it helped with my stomach. But I haven't had a taste for it. I've been drinking this water here. You know, a lot of people like you feel like you want to eat your fruits out of it, eat it out of it. 'Cause that's what I do sometimes. It's just like it's a snack. Actually, it's a drink, and it also can be a snack. You don't have to let those fruits go to waste. We got one more day on this challenge. We'll be finished tomorrow. But I just want to come on and talk about some current events and different things that I've been working on, some things that going on. Like I said, you know, I've been last couple of days I had to do some more treatments on my back and knees. You know, I'm so. My body is adjusted to the new treatment, but it's an ongoing thing. It's been going on for years, but I thank God that I can do what I'm able to do. I just didn't really have that much energy to come live, but I felt better enough to come live today, and but I still been doing the challenge. I still been drinking my water and doing everything, you know. But today is Thursday. We're almost in a new month. We got what, 2 more weeks? About another week and some days before this month is over with. But yes, I'm fixing to get ready to come on camera. I'm just popping up just to talk a little bit, but other than that, I'm doing okay. Like I said, I had to get some things adjusted because I had been going. Now I'm going to a chiropractor right now for my back, and he had been putting some work on me. He been putting some work on me. He been working his back out, but you know, anything for me right now, no surgery, no surgery. So right now I'm just basically doing treatment. I'm trying to put my drink in the background here. You know, YouTube got all this different stuff right now. You can put your stuff in the background, and I like that. But yeah, I'll be sipping on it. I don't want to sip too much while I'm on live because I'll be going to the bathroom. But anyway, happy Thursday. I'm trying to get on the camera now. Trying to get on the camera. Okay. Hey. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Thursday. Let me give y'all some flowers. Welcome back to my channel. Like I said, I had been under the weather for a couple of days, but God is good. I'm bouncing back. I deal with chronic pain, so it ain't like this new something going on with me. There's something been going on for years, but it just sometimes it just get me down sometimes. But I try to bounce back the best way I can. Hey, Sears, how you doing? Good to see you. I'll just tell everybody I was up on the weather for a couple of days, but I'm bouncing back. God is so good. It's just something I go through all the time. But I had started a chiropractor had started working with my back the other day, and whoo, he put something on me. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Oh, I had been aching, and it's supposed to help me, but oh no, y'all. But one thing about me, y'all know I'm not I don't give up easily. But I just been really just been recuperating and relaxing. I hadn't been like y'all hadn't seen me live since what the other day. Was it Sunday, Monday, one of them days? Yeah, it's just something I deal with. I swells up my legs, my joints, and different stuff like that. I'm used to it. I'm used to it, but sometimes it get me where I just don't want to do nothing but rest, and that's how I've been doing the last couple of days. I just been dropping my fusion water, like y'all see. I'm drinking on it now. Miss Key, how did fusion water make you feel? I want to ask how y'all getting along with the challenge. Y'all make sure y'all check out our videos. Today I made some melon. I got watermelon and cantaloupe and honeydew in my cup. That's what I'm drinking today. I had been drinking on it and I refilled it. I know one thing, it'll flush you out. How you been doing, Sears? I see you had came in my chat when I was running a little vibe the other day. How you been doing? Miss Key, how you coming along with the water? Been have you going to the bathroom? Thank you. This is all about staying hydrated, guys. All about staying hydrated. A lot of people say they just can't drink water, but if you could just add maybe some fruits with it. Call this right here. I got as you can see, I got cantaloupe, melon, and watermelon. And if I want a snack on some of it, I just get me some out my glass. No problem. But yeah, you done good. That's great. That is so great. Make sure y'all check out Miss Key Kitchen and More Sassy and Frank G. It seems like we're a little team here now, so we've been pushing on these challenges. Next week we'll have 3 days of you do 3 short videos a day. But yeah, when y'all don't see me, y'all know I'm either recuperating, relaxing, or something like that. Hey, Miss Hot Pink, how you been doing? I'm doing all right. I was saying I was up under the weather a couple of days, but God is good. I'm bouncing back. You know what I've been dealing with for years: chronic pain and having swollen joints. And they started a new treatment on me the other day. And whoo, I had to get me some rest. Yes, that's Miss Hot Pink. She's one of my girls from the Dream Team. I started with that group there when I first came to YouTube. She one of the ones that still stay with me. Thank you, Miss Hot Pink, for always supporting. If she just come in sometimes and say, put that thumbs up. She come in, ask how me in the chat, because I know she works, but she always come over here. And, when she's able to, she always come over and speak and let me know, hey, she's still here with me. I got some more moderators you might not see in the chat, but sometimes they be in the bushes. They'll sometimes send me a cash app or send me some. Just let me know that they still thinking about me. I got a couple of them that do that. Yeah, this is a long term thing. Fibromyalgia and arthritis. I deal with that. You know. I said, whoo, I just been resting the last couple of days. I felt like coming up talking today. I had to get my body get adjusted to new medication and new treatments. But It's something they try different on me right now, even though what I'm going through is not curable, but they try to find ways for me to be comfortable. And that's what it is, y'all. Whenever you're going through something, don't never feel like that it's no hope, because there is hope. Long as God is on your side, he will continue to, like I said, I know God is with me. He has brought me a mighty long way. There's some things that I still have to struggle with, but hey, I thank God for his grace and mercy still. But today I felt like coming on, talking and sharing some stuff. We know July have a lot of awareness, like sarcoma awareness, mental health. This is also Minority Mental Health Month also. I'm just going to touch on that a little bit. And I want to talk about the lady give an update on the lady that got killed at Madonna. Y'all know the girl. Hey, y'all. Hey, Lorette. You know the girl what killed the manager at McDonald's. She already had a prior record. I found out later on after I had shared the story the other day. She had a prior record of stabbing somebody else and getting in trouble with a boyfriend. She already had a record. So there are a lot of people that's supporting this young lady, saying that she was bullied. I'm not saying she wasn't bullied on the job, but that didn't give her the right to take that lady's life. And I was watching where they did a rally for her in honoring her in Detroit at the McDonald's, and the McDonald's owner came up and spoke, and they're putting a trust fund in the lady name for their children. And they also have a GoFundMe page, a GoFundMe fund for them, because those kids gonna have to be taken care of the rest of their life. Like I said, the girl with stabbed the manager. She got a following behind her also. She got people saying, I had heard and saw some videos, and I don't know why people would say stuff like this, say that the manager got was coming to her, because they talking about how some managers be on job, which you do witness people being cruel. You might get bullied, but that don't give nobody the right. Hey, Sassy, that don't give nobody the right to kill no one. I was just coming up and I'm still drinking on me some water, girl. Woo! I just refilled it for the night. Gonna have me going to the bathroom. How you been feeling since you been drinking it? I had been under the weather a couple of days. That's why I haven't been live, because I've been trying to get back on track. I had started some new treatments for my back and knees, and I was in a lot of pain a couple of days ago. But I still was drinking my water. But hey Dana, how you doing? Good to see you. And I was just sharing about them bouncing back. I'm doing okay. I just had a few rough days, but you know how it be. But like I said, I'm a survivor. I don't give up easily. How you been doing? You been doing all right? That's my CEO right there, y'all. He's part of the Dream Team. That's the channel that I started from. I thought he was a moderator. But that's the channel I started from. And y'all ought to check him out if you don't have him. He does a lot of updates on cases and different things. He's been working on the R. Kelly case, the P. Diddy case. He's also an actor. Y'all probably seen him on The Wire and different movies. If you see his profile picture, you go to his page, you will be able to recognize him, because he is known out here on the YouTube street. And I was just saying, they always come over and check on me sometimes. You must be live, Dana. You been live? You live? I know yesterday you were live. I was just resting yesterday. I was resting. I think I put something on my channel because I've been dealing with some more treatments for my back. I have long-term illnesses, so I have to make sure I take care of myself. Hey, Miss Pat, how you doing? Good to see you. I see my GTs up in here. Those Georgia Troopers, y'all see those badges? Those are my Georgia Troopers. Thank y'all for continuing your membership. I do appreciate each and every one of y'all for your support. And I was just saying I had been up under the weather for a couple of days, dealing with my chronic pain and stuff like that. But y'all know me. I sit back and rest a few days, and I come back, if I be able to. That's why I haven't been live. That's why I haven't been live, because I've been recuperating. I started a new treatment for my back. I got a chiropractor now. He been working with my back, trying to get me, because what I go through fibromyalgia is not a cure for it, but it's a long-term chronic pain that I deal with. And I have those moments sometimes. When I have those moments, I try to put focus on my health. And I said, well, I still put out some videos or do the challenges, but I got to still take care of myself. And that's what it's all about, y'all. We must always remember to take care of ourselves first. Internet, social media, all that will wait. If people gonna support you, they'll support you whether they see you or not. And I notice I do have people that still with me. If they don't see me in a couple of days, they know Georgia girl gonna bounce back. I'm gonna bounce back. So yeah, that's why if y'all hadn't seen me doing no live stream, y'all probably seen me just having some on my channel. I just haven't been up to coming on camera. You get like that sometimes. Like I said, but other than that, I feel pretty good today. I felt like coming on talking. Y'all make sure y'all connect with one another. I appreciate y'all so much. And I was talking about the fusion water. Whew. I don't know how Sassy, McKee, and Frank, whoever else in the challenge, I know I've been going to the bathroom. I've been going to the bathroom. But it's a good, refreshing drink. It's just on the fruit. So when I feel like eat my fruit out my water, I grab my piece out of there. So either way, I'm getting full. I'm getting full. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. But other than that, I'm doing great. And hey Frank, how you doing? I was saying I was up under the weather a couple of days. That's why I hadn't did no live stream. Been dealing with this pain, Frank. Ooh, I tell you. Thank you. Shout out to all the ones that are participating. We're on day 4. And I was just speaking on about that my health, that always going to be my first priority. Taking care of myself. And that's what everybody should do. Always put yourself first. And like I said, if you're going through something, if you need to take a break from social media, the people that support you, they'll be around. They'll come back and check on you. Just always remember. Just always remember. Just put you first. Put you first. And because I had came live the other day, I was telling everybody, well, I wasn't, myself, but I did. But I like to be letting y'all know there's something going on with me. So I was just letting y'all know I wasn't really up to it, but I was still participating and drinking my water and stuff like that. Got a new chiropractor. He been working with my back because sometimes I get where I can hardly bend and I can't lift a lot of stuff. So they've been working with me. They've been giving me some new treatments and stuff. I just been sore and been in pain. You know how that go. But other than that, I'm all right. I'm okay. I felt like coming up talking today. I was just speaking about the lady with the manager that got killed. I was just speaking about the manager what got killed at McDonald's. McDonald's is honoring her. They setting up a fund for her children. And I think that's good that they're setting up something because those kids gonna need help. It's 6 children. And the lady had worked at McDonald's for 15 years, right? And I'm sure she was working for her kids. She was working for her kids. And I saw where they did something to honor her at McDonald's. And it was in Detroit where it happened at, right? But like I said, a lot of people is on that girl's side too. A lot of people is on her side. They saying that the manager got what she was coming to her. There were a lot of negative people are saying, I do not condone violence. I do not condone, okay, I don't condone violence, bullying, or anything or any type of disrespect to nobody else. I don't condone that. So I'm not going to sit up and say that lady deserved what she got. No one deserved to get killed. No one deserved to leave their children behind. They from 5 up to 20. She got babies. So, you see on social media how some people are for her and there were some people against the manager. I felt like she was a dedicated worker. She went to work every day for 15 years. That should speak a lot. And so I just was trying to give an update on that. And the girl had a prior record, y'all. The girl what stabbed her, she had a prior record. They trying to say she was schizophrenic, trying to say she had some mental health issues, saying that the people at the McDonald's knew something was wrong with her, but they hired her anyway. She had to stab somebody at Taco Bell a couple years prior to what she did. So it's obvious that they don't check backgrounds or criminal checks at some of these places. Because if they had checked her criminal background, they would have pulled up her prior record. That's what I'm assuming, right? Because don't when they check your criminal background, they pull up, yeah. I always try to put it on mental illness. But don't when they check your criminal background, don't they be able to pull up if you've been in the system or something like that? She stabbed someone else. She stabbed somebody else. And she also did something to her boyfriend. I was reading where they said she was up under her boyfriend's car, right? And she got some handcuffs. Hey, Butt Files. She got some handcuffs and hooked them on her boyfriend. She was up under the car, y'all. She was stalking the man. She was up under the car and she hooked the handcuffs on her boyfriend's legs when he was trying to get out the car. Hey, Lion Pride, how you doing? Good to see you. Like I said, I see my GT, my Georgia Troopers up in here, my members. Thank you. I was just saying I feel a little better than I was a couple days ago. God is good. Like I said, I bounce back, y'all. I be having that little pain and it be nagging me, but I have to keep pushing myself. I have to keep pushing myself and say, you got this, you got this. And so, like I said, they got me on some new treatments and stuff like that. So I'm trying something different for my issues I got going on. But like I said, I'm one of those fighters. I don't give up too easily. But when it's time for me to rest, I rest. No, child. She didn't want me to leave behind. Grandma had to come back down that road. I see them probably in another week. They get ready to go back to school. And I was just talking about giving y'all an update about the girl the lady that got killed at McDonald's. That I think it's good that McDonald's is putting something in her name because she worked for them for 15 years. So they should dedicate a lot to her. They got a GoFundMe going on too. So they trying to do something to be able to take care of those kids the rest of their life. That's what they trying to do. It's some sick people on social media that are for killing the manager. Yeah, a lot of people is on her side. A lot of people is taking up for the girl. A lot of people is taking up for the girl who did. Yeah, she was. She really was. Yeah, a lot of people I just was hearing a lot of stuff on TikTok and videos saying that she bullied the girl. They ain't got no proof where she bullied this woman. Nobody has came forward and said the manager did anything to her besides telling her to do her job. She was making TikTok videos and she wasn't doing her job. She was not doing her job. And so in these days, when people say something to somebody maybe in a harsh way or probably say it in a way that a lot of people think that you're a bully, she probably just told her, look, if you don't do your job, I'm going to send you home. That's what I got from it. I mean, yeah. People would try to mess with you on the low, be sneaky. That's true. That is so true. I mean, like I said, they haven't said brought no proof. No, they ain't went to court yet, but I haven't read where they said that anyone was bullying her. They said if anything, the lady was getting on her. But sometimes y'all, it be so many red flags out there. I'm gonna ask a question. The day is Thought for Thursday. I'm just sharing my thoughts and updates on current things that I already have spoke on. If you knew, like, if you work at a place, for instance, one of y'all was a manager at McDonald's or a manager at somewhere, if you notice that a person, and then again, a lot of people just don't try to be in other folk business. If you notice somebody need help mentally, would you try to help them or what? That's just a question. But the thing about it, people gotta want help, right? Right? She was around the family, the children. Yeah, they are. Cause they said they met her. They was, she was giving them stickers and, you know, things like that. Frank said, okay, if I have a boss, don't they supposed to tell us what to do? Yes, they supposed to. Frank, how you enjoying your water this week? It hasn't been going. If you like me, you've been going to the bathroom. I made a different kind today. I made this right here is cantaloupe, cucumber, watermelon, and honeydew. I ain't gonna drink too much because I'll be have to go to the bathroom. It's okay. What you say? Some people don't want help, but sense or such a way that they can't tell you that. Yeah, but and that is so true. A lot of people like why people didn't see the red flags on the job, or if you be around people, why you don't never see the red flags. And sometimes people see stuff. Sometimes people see stuff, they just don't want to be involved. A lot of people just rather tend to their own business. But I said McDonald didn't do no criminal check. They couldn't have, cause if they had did a criminal background, they would have seen that she had a prior record, right? Some people don't know that they need help. They think their strange actions are normal. Yeah. They, like I said the other day, your social media page, it gonna mess a lot of people up. Your social media page gonna mess a lot of. Your social media gonna have some people in prison. You hear me? Cause it's the stuff people post on social media. You'll be surprised at some of the stuff that we see on social media, and you'll be like, for real? They really put this on now? I mean, what they always tell you, I ain't never been to jail, I ain't never been arrested, but what they always say, whatever you say can be held against you. Whatever you type and post can be held against you. So you have to be careful what you put out here in the atmosphere. You have to be careful what you putting out here on social media. Because they will, especially if you're doing some illegal stuff, and they will come back to get you. They'll use it against you. Shoot. That's why I said you can't post everything on social media. I tell y'all what I want y'all to know. And if it's something I don't want to talk about, I don't talk about it. Because a lot of stuff you just have to keep to yourself. Right? Am I right or wrong? It's good to have collab with people, talk to people, share with people. But a lot of people like to use stuff against you. They do. They really do. So they was just talking about how with all she was posting on her social media page. Said she was calling out. She was needed. It's just like, in other words, she was calling out for help. I'm like, where is her family? Where was her family, y'all? Where was this girl family? She 26. They keep saying the little girl. She was 26 years old. My son 27. Yeah, he's still my baby, but he grown. Cause he'll be 28 and I told him they be talking about I need to let him grow up. They be talking about I still be calling him a baby. Because he is my baby. But I'm just saying though, yeah, it really do. And I was popping in just talking about the update on that. And then I want to share about July have different awareness this month. They got mental minority awareness, and I want to speak about that. Mental health doesn't have a color, doesn't have a it's not racist. If you're dealing with any type of mental health or any type of sickness, it doesn't matter what color you are, what religion you are, what sexual preference, or whatever you desire to be. If you need help, and is there sources out there to help you, go for it. Get the help you need. No, it don't discriminate. It don't discriminate. I did a little short about it today. Because there's a lot of people that are dealing with mental health. We all have mental health, but there's a difference between mental health and mental illness. Mental illness is something that's long term. It's something that you deal with it. Mental health is physical health also. But some people be turned away, or some people be judged because of their color, be judged because of what they look like or what they have done. But if somebody out there can help someone, help them. If you got the sources, the resources to help someone, help them. They trying to say the girl was schizophrenic. She had walking around with a chicken wig on. They were just saying she had mental health issues, but the people gave her a chance to work. They probably saw the signs. You see what I'm saying? A lot of these jobs do know that people have issues, but some people just try to help people out in a way. They try to give people chances. Cause that's what I believe in my heart. That manager had gave her a lot of chances. Especially if she had been sent home several times. She did not have to keep sending her home. She could have just fired her on the spot. But what did she do? She kept letting her come back. Until that particular day, she probably just looked, we ain't gonna have this no more. And a lot of us don't respect our supervisor. A lot of people don't respect the workers, but everybody should respect each other. But if you have a manager telling you, and if you know your job, nobody shouldn't have to stand over you every day and say, look, you're supposed to been stacked those, you're supposed to been did your stacking today, or you're supposed to been put up the stock, you're supposed to been had everything lined up. Nobody shouldn't have to tell you to do your job if that's what you applied for. You want to be grown, you went out and got a job, well, do it. You know what I'm saying? So it just bothered me just to hear people say and blame the manager. That bothers me because this woman got up to work for 15 years, and I'm sure she put up with all types of attitudes. Some people don't want help. Okay, I read that. Oh, you said some people don't want help, but since are in such a way they can't tell. That's true. Um, Roses for everyone. Y'all know how I do. Frank said If she didn't take out the manager, she would have took out. Ooh, Frank, did you see on TikTok the girl what she did cut? It's another girl she cut. She just said she's just thankful that she's alive. She got cut marks all on her. She was handed with that knife, y'all. Y'all don't see on that video where I can't play it. But y'all go to her TikTok. Y'all will see her playing with the knife on her video. Her name is it was on my tip of my tongue. Phoenix something. But if you type in McDonald's stabbing, you'll see her video. But she's on video with the knife in her hand, doing it like this, right? Doing a knife like that. And then she was getting ready to go to work, right? But she had the knife. I better not take that to work. You saw the knife? She said, I better not take that to work. See, all that were premeditated. They trying to raise money for her too, y'all. Like I said, I wasn't there. Nobody was there. Only people know that really happened was the one that witnessed and the manager and the woman that killed. But I'm just saying, I just was just like, why they blaming the manager? Why? I don't like how they trying to turn around. This lady dead. Her baby's crying. Had me crying the other day when I saw the little girl up there. I think she about 20. I think she the oldest. She was just saying in so many words, her whole life have changed. And this is a life-changing things to happen. She's the oldest, and she said now she got to think about her siblings. She's 20 years old. It's just like now, in other words, from what I got from what she's saying, she going to have to put her life on hold and make sure her siblings be okay. And that's going to be a lot on a child. She's 20 years old. She's still a child. And you know, I'm sure she probably had dreams and things to do that she wanted to do. She even said she didn't want to no longer be here. Those kids going to have some counseling. They don't know the impact they did to those children. They did an impact on those children. And so I was just saying, you know, just giving an update on what I had seen, because I did share about it a few days ago. You know, I was just reading, you know, about it. Some people, I'm missing out on y'all comment. Like I done got behind, so I'm trying to see what I missed. But yeah, she was on camera talking about what the lady was doing to her. Then she had the knife on camera. And you know, it was before she took out the manager. Yeah. She was already talking about her, to the lady sending me home. I need my money. Okay. You know that what your job is, to come to work and work. And not be on TikTok. TikTok and YouTube that talk over y'all. It got their mind, you hear me? I be seeing my granddaughter there doing her little stuff. I was like, God, what you doing? They be making their little video, their little dancing. And my granddaughter work at KFC, right? And I was talking to her before I left. I said, look, hey, welcome in. I said, look, how do folks treat you over there at that job? I said, my grandma, don't folks don't mess with me. Cause my granddaughter work at the Wonder, right? I said, how do folks treat you out there at KFC? So my grandma, you ain't gotta worry about that. I'm just saying, I said, girl, watch them folks. You watch them people. I said, I know you be having some crazy customers coming up in there. She said, yeah, I do. But she said, you ain't got to worry about that, Grandma. I said, okay, now I don't want to have to hop on in there and hit nobody. That TikTok video, ooh, yes, it is. That one look, that a case right there. I heard somebody say the prosecutor gonna eat her up. The prosecutor gonna eat her up with that tape. Right there, what she got on TikTok. Sure is. Mm-hmm. I see somebody new came in the chat. Jose, welcome. I can't say your last name, but welcome. And I was just talking about some current events, what was happening. And prayers too to the people that are still looking for their children in Texas. Lou Fuller sent me a video. I can't play it, but I'm just gonna talk about. Ooh, and y'all know what? It's still some races in the United States. It's still people still got some races going on in their bodies. They still treat people different because of their color and stuff like that. Lewis guy was in my chat the other day. He sent me a video about a black lady. I'm just gonna say a black lady was talking ill about those children what got was at that camp. I know y'all heard about the children that got killed, or they still looking for the children down there in Texas, right? Did y'all hear about that? And you know, a lot of people talking about that lady, the statement she made, all the stuff she made about those children. You know, you shouldn't speak on people's children like that. Okay, it's summertime. And you know, a lot of the parents are working. Like my daughter, Boosie in summer camp. She want to stay. She want to stay at home because I was like, let her go. But that's giving those kids. You know, you could put some of them videos on TikTok. Oh, okay, yeah. Cause D4 here don't play that, Frank. I can't post nothing. And I don't even try. I just try to share pictures and stuff like that. But you know, it's summertime. You know, like my daughter was saying, Mom, we gotta find boosting them something to do. And so, hey, Top Bottom, how you doing? Good to see you. I'm doing okay. I was up on the weather a couple of days, but girl, I'm making it. Have those aches and pain, but I'm still here, girl. Still here. And I was just speaking on some stuff that I had already spoke on, just giving some updates. Okay. He sent me a video about how the people was talking against those kids that was in there that got lost. Where the flood had killed some of those kids down in that camp. Did y'all hear about that? And she was just saying how they maybe it's true. I'm just saying. They just saying how people are carrying on about the kids. Yeah, in Texas. It was a black lady spoke on the children. I say people should speak on people's children, regardless of what color somebody is. They still human beings. They're still children of God, and they're still children, someone kids. The lady was saying, "Oh, they just saying so much about these children. If they were black kids, they wouldn't be talking about them," which it probably is true. But still, though, that is not for me or no one else to say. You know, it's not, because those are some kids' lives that was taken from a flood or whatever. You know, I just say sometimes the story you talk about can be posted on there. Okay, Frank. Sometimes I always say, if people don't have nothing good to say about nobody, just don't say nothing. Just leave it there. Cause she didn't have to speak on those babies. You know, they was at summer camp or camp. And a lot of people do send their children to camp. Like I said, my granddaughter in summer camp now. She wanted to stay at home because I was up there with her. I said, go. I see you when you get out of summer camp. And I'm just saying, a lot of people have their kids because they want to keep them active during the summer. They don't want them just being on their phones and doing other stuff, you know. And so my prayers is just going out to those families because they still looking for children. And he sent me the video, and I was just hearing some of the horrible things that she said, you know. Because people still, like I said, it's still some racism out here. It still is. And some people gonna feel the way they feel about you regardless. You hear what I'm saying? You can tell a person you shouldn't say this about another person, but if a person got up in their mind, and if it's something they gonna say about you or something they gonna feel about you, they gonna do it anyway. No matter how much you try to tell a person, you shouldn't say that. You shouldn't treat people that way. People still have their own minds to do what they gonna do. But I'm not gonna speak on folks' children, especially when these people out here looking for their children. Let me see what they still looking for them. They I think it's 100 and some still missing. I'm gonna pull it up now, but she was. Ooh. And that man, the guy what sent me the video said he called her a piece of S. She was talking a lot of trash, y'all. I mean, she just went off. She just went off, and it shouldn't have to be made to be a racist thing. Like I was saying about the mental health minority. Some people, they don't look at people as being needing help. They look at people color. And it's still going on, y'all. Racism is still going on. I hate to say it, but it is. In some areas of the country, they're still looking down on us. And we can't help to feel the way we feel because we know what happened to our ancestors and stuff like that. I think so too. I think so too. No matter how hard we try to move past it, but it's still going. It always gonna be something. And then, especially when it come down to uh, try to make it out here in this world. But yeah, she was just saying some horrible things about the kids. I wouldn't have spoke on those children in that way. To my people ain't who worried about them. There are people worried about their kids. It doesn't matter if they white. They still someone children. They still children of God. But everybody don't think alike. But I'm like, wow. I think that man Willie D did a video. I think he did an interview with the woman. Or he was. When I seen the video, it was part of Willie D. Y'all know the guy named Willie D. He shared the video, and the lady was on there, and somebody sent me the video, and I was just saying, wow. Mm, mm, mm. I mean, that's how she felt. If people feel the way they feel, y'all, I don't care. Like I said, no matter how a person feels, if they feel a certain way about you, ain't nothing you can say to change. You can say all you want. People shouldn't act this way. People shouldn't be this way. If that's who they are, you just can't change people. What's funny to me is the people call people of color cray cray, but when they commit a crime, the first thing they claim is, yeah, you so right, girl. And see, that's what they try to say about the girl that stabbed the lady, that killed the lady. Said she was schizophrenic and she would walk around with the checkered wigs on and walking down the street singing all these crazy songs. I mean, I don't know. She probably is gonna play crazy. Cause for what they said, that woman ain't gonna get out of jail. She's still in jail. They gave her a $25 million bond. I don't think nobody, they try to raise money for her. We live in a sick world, yeah. So reading right here on July the 4th, that's when the flood struck Camp Misty. It was a summer camp. What kid was at this camp? I'm just looking at it right now. And they just showing talking about the 3 feet, how that water was, the river was over 3 feet, nearly 35 feet in a short period. I've been seeing on news where some of them have survived, and then there was some that did. Okay, they said as of on July the 7th, it was 27 missing. That was July the 7th. I'm trying to find up to date. But they're still looking for families. They're still looking for children. In court, anybody can claim cray, but black people don't. Yeah, could have been much when they claim. I know. So I'm just looking here. They're still looking for the. They're still looking for some of those children. So I remember when I went to summer camp one year. I went to summer camp one year when I was in high school. I never get. Them folks used to wake up so early. Anybody in the chat that been to summer camp before? They used to wake us up like we was in the army or something. They woke us up 4 days in the morning, telling us to get up. We had a lot of stuff going on throughout the day. It was fun. It was fun, but they ain't believing you laying in bed. I know that. I'm trying to see if any update. They still looking for a lot of families, y'all. That was a bad flood they hit down in Texas. It was real bad. They lost all those lives. So prayers still going out to those families. And shout out to everybody that's doing the fusion water. I tell you, it been having me running, Frank. But I let it chill in the refrigerator be so good. I had my grandson to taste it. He thought he didn't knew it was sweet. It had a natural flavor. I said, what y'all give all the time? You want to try some? They said before the floods came, they dream of becoming athletes, singers, teachers, and just like their big sisters are giving back to the communities. A lot of their lives got shattered. A lot of them lost their lives in the flood. A lot of kids, still in school, had dreams of being things and doing things. Their life got taken away from them. So my prayers going out to the people in Texas, and I hope they find some type of closure. If they're able to find some bodies and things like that. But other than that, I'm doing okay. I just wanted to pop up for a little bit. We got one more day of the Fusion Challenge. And next week, we'll be doing 3 short videos a day. It can be whatever you want it to be. You can talk about or share whatever you want to in 3 videos. That'll help you with your views, that'll help you with your channel. But other than that, I'm doing okay. Like I said, I was resting a couple of days after I had did all those treatments the other day. I said, I didn't want to do it, but lay down and put my leg up. Oh, Lordy. So what everybody been up to? You can't wait for the shorts? All right, then. All right, that's great. What y'all been up to today? I know we got the summer walk challenge. I told McKee, I guess it all depends on the weather. If it don't be too hot, we gonna still go with it, but we already know can't get out there in that hot. You probably have to record the videos like if you walk in the mornings or either in the afternoon, like that. People have to be out there in that hot like that. Frank, did you watch the you had a long day? Did you watch the Madea movie? Some people said it was good. Some said it was okay. Some people said it wasn't funny. It was funny. It was funny to me. They said it wasn't long enough. My granddaughter talking about he could have did better than that. I'm like, what? It wasn't long enough. I'm like, how long y'all want it to be long enough? Shoot. And then he went to Texas. That man went up there with his checkbook, y'all. And he helped 25 families. There's a Tyler Perry went to Texas, up there where the people going through the stuff they're going through, and he helping 25 families. Yep. I said that's awesome. That one thing I can say by him, he's good at helping people. You know, what he did in his personal life ain't got nothing to do with me, you know. And that goes to all, like, anybody that's been in, you know, accused for alleged things. I don't know what these people did in their bedroom, but they say he was up there. He got 25 families taking care of them. You know, he what they call a billionaire. He can do that. He can do that, and that's good. Even though he got a pending case, like somebody suing him for sexual assault or whatever, and you know, I guess they ain't stopping him from doing what he want to do. You know. Yep. But that's basically what I was doing, just popping up, seeing what everybody was doing, and just let y'all know that I was doing okay. I got that 2 shots the other day, and just had me so restless. And I just been resting the best way I can because I was up there with them kids, but they went to summer camp, so they let me just relax a little bit. That's why I hadn't did no live stream. I think I came live the other day, and I was telling y'all I was up under the weather a little bit. But other than that, God is good. I'm bouncing back. You know, this is a chronic thing I deal with. So, you know, my body is adjusted to it. It's just sometimes when I be tired, I have to get my rest. And that our rest is very important. Resting is very important. It's very important. Y'all make sure y'all stay hydrated out there. Cause it's still some hot days left in this month. And next month gonna be extra hot. Like I always say, July, August to me are the hottest months of the year. And I do want to thank all the ones that members of my channel. I do appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all don't forget to check out Miss Key Kitchen and More. She did her fusion water. Check out Frank G Life. And also check out Sassy. Miss Pat, I saw your I didn't know they sell that at KFC. What are you at about that from? Was it KFC? I seen you with some noodle soup from somewhere. I didn't know they sell that there. You said it tastes good. Was it KFC about that from, or Chick-fil-A? Because I forgot. I remember I shared your video, and I was like, I didn't know they sell stuff like that. Chick-fil-A? It must be new. I didn't know they sell stuff like that. I'm going to check that. It looked good. It looked good. Y'all make sure y'all check out my members. I have some awesome members. Thank y'all for the ones that recently joined Lion Pride and Miss April Shower. Thank y'all again for joining. Oh, it's not new? Oh, that's my first time. When I saw it on your video today, I was like, wow, I didn't know they had chicken noodle soup. I thought I could have been getting me some of that. Y'all make sure y'all check out each other, connect with each other today. What y'all been doing? Frank, you said you had a long day today? Miss Pat, I see you was live earlier, but I didn't get a chance to see it, but I watched the replay. But I did see your suit you had made. But I was just saying, you know, it's so much going on, y'all. You know, we have to be real careful and stuff. Yeah, Frank did it. He been drinking it this week. He been drinking it. He been drinking it. My grandson thought it was sweet, Lion Pride. He thought it was sweet. It's just like a natural flavor. He didn't like it. Mm-mm. You heard what Booster said? Nasty. Nasty. They just wanted them milkshake, huh? We put something together that night. She didn't care. She just wanted her milkshake. Talking about, Grandma, you gonna come on. You gonna be on 2 hours. I said, nah, I ain't gonna be on 2 hours. My bike was hurting that day. I said, I had these back issues. They like, nah, shoot, He saw that. Know what he was doing? Lime fried. He was getting the feud out the water. Sometimes I be eating my own feud out the water. Shoot. Look, you can snack while you drinking. You ain't gotta let it go waste. You ain't gotta let those feuds go to waste. Snack while you drinking. It's just like you got snack in your water. Yeah. Don't let it go waste. Don't let it go waste. So this will be my drink for tomorrow because I have been drinking on the lemon and orange first today. This right here is honeydew. Mm-hmm. Look, that's all you gotta do. Don't let it go to waste, Frank. If you want to eat it, eat it. See, I be trying to get some fruits that gonna help me with inflammation. Because I have inflammation in my body. That's part of some of the stuff. I had to take medication for inflammation. So I've been trying to pick out some fruits that they say help with inflammation. Hey Kenneth, how you doing? You think so? Ooh, you wouldn't want to see me the other day, Kenneth. I was looking rough. The other day. I be having my day, Kenneth. You don't see me on them days. My back was hurt, my leg was aching. I had to get shots and everything. Good to see you, Kenneth. How you been doing? Yeah. They good for inflammation. That's why you always see me having lemons all the time. Lemons and pineapple. That's why I'm always drinking and eating that because it's supposed to help with inflammation. And I have a lot. You know, I have to get checked to see how high they is, how my numbers are and stuff like that. And that's why I had to end up getting 2 shots the other day because my back had that chronic issues going on. Yeah, that's what I'm drinking on. My husband looking at me like, oh, you ain't drinking those ginger ales. It been killing me. It been killing me not to drink one, but I'm good. If I'm going to drink a soda, y'all, that's what I drink, ginger ale. But it helps with my stomach because I have IBS. So it helps, like if I have gas and build up and stuff like that, I drink my ginger ale or I take my medicine. Hey, James, how you doing? Thank you for always supporting. Y'all make sure y'all connect with James. He is a gamer, but he always support. Thank you, James. Sometimes I don't get a chance to see you when you come in, but when I go back and watch my replay, you always have been over here supporting, and I thank you so much. Y'all make sure y'all connect with him. Like I said, there's some gamers out there. If you sit there and watch their game, they be very interesting. Very interesting. I like to when Knots be playing his game. I don't know if y'all know Knots. He be able to talking, he be able to cutting up, and I have seen James over there too, so let's make sure we support our gamers, y'all. I have been good. Okay, Kenny. I be forgetting Kenny be the only one calling me by my. I'm like, who are that calling me my name down there? I forgot Kenny. Kenny be calling everybody by their real name. Cause I be seeing him. He be in Bud found them chat. He called them they whole name, they first name. So that's fine. That's fine. Mm-hmm. How you been doing, Top? I see you been out there making them sales, girl. Y'all make sure y'all connect with my girl. I still have my stuff. Like I said, I got all my stuff on my table. This is my little work table right here, y'all. This is my little work table I be at when I be at home. I got all the stuff I be getting from mail and unboxing. I still got my cream from Top Bottom. She make her own. She make her own cream, y'all. She make her own hand cream. And this right here is Mango Bliss. This is Mango Bliss. It smells so good. You see it ain't full now, girl. I've been using it. I have been using it. I got everything on my table. My husband's about, that's your room right there. And then I don't know, Lion Pride saw him that day. I told him a while ago. Yeah, I be putting some on my hands and arms and stuff. Uh, I told my husband, you ain't finna come out here and dance today. Oh, he was feeling good Friday night, y'all. Y'all missed it. Y'all missed it Friday night. Was it Friday night, Lion Pride? Honey, this man here, he was feeling good. He had to go to work the next day. And I told him, I said, you ain't gonna come back, cause he ain't here right now, right? I said, I'm lying now. I said, you gonna come back and dance? He said, no. He said, he did that because he know he had to go to work that day, honey. He loved that song, Boots on the Ground. I'm so tired of hearing that song between him and my children. I'm so tired of talking about what them fans. I'm so tired of that song. Oh, you did? Y'all, what them fans? I put them fans in the chat. He come here. I'm like, what? I'm like, my live was going so good. I said, I don't want no I said, I don't want no copy claim now. I ain't y'all see my hub in the chat. My hub in the chat, y'all. Y'all y'all see my hub. You done made it home. Y'all see Ernie Moore? I ain't know. He peeping in my chat, y'all. You home? I ain't hear that door open. Oh my God. Y'all see Ernie Moore? That's my husband, y'all. He said, I hear you. He peeping in my chat. All right, Miss Patty, good seeing you. My husband peeping in the chat. I'm talking about it, Miss Patty. Because he was in here dancing the other night. My husband don't be on camera. He was feeling good that night. Then he said, okay, what? Oh my God. Then he talking about y'all let him see my food. He wanted me to show y'all his food. I'm like, what? And I be trying to get him to come and sit beside me when I talk to my now. That day he was trying to take over that night when he Lion Pride. That's my hubby, y'all. This year we'll be celebrating our 35th wedding anniversary. He don't feeling good. He like, you ain't lying. He know what I ain't been be up to. He be like, oh, you ain't lying today? Oh, you ain't lying today? No, I ain't lying. Yeah, girl. Look, because I was telling you, I said, your husband ain't shy or top bottom, because your husband up there cutting up that day when I saw your live that day, top bottom. Your husband's like, no. He said, he ain't shy. I said, my husband's shy. I said, my husband ain't going to get on camera that much. But that night, he was feeling pretty good. He had to go to work. He got to work this weekend now. Look, you probably going to see him dancing, because he got to work this weekend. He ain't going to dance about that. Yeah, I saw your husband kept on bouncing around up there on the string. I said, your husband ain't shy at all. I said, I be trying to get my husband to come up here and sit beside me and come up here and talk with me. He said, I'll do it the next time. I'll do it the next time. He ain't at home, but he peeping in my chat, y'all. He must know what I was going to talk about. And I said, sometimes my family be peeping in my chat. Sometimes they say something, and sometimes they don't. He be on YouTube anyway looking at Wayne. What that picture called? Country Wayne. I said, look, you over there getting them folks a view. You better come over here and give me a thumb up. You on YouTube watching somebody else? You better be watching me. I said, you better give me a thumb up. I told him up and sent me a cash app the other night. When I mean a super chat. I told him I didn't even have to take that line. I didn't have to change it out. I was surprised. I read because I was talking through the music again. But I didn't even get a claim that night. I was surprised, y'all. I said, what? You two didn't send me no copy claim for having that music in my life. Now, I bet I speak too quick now. I ain't seen now for it. Cause I was going to just mute that part out. Then I told him, I said, if I have to get a copy claim, you have to send me a super chat. And then I told him, I said, look, cause if I don't when they send me a claim, that means I won't get paid for that lie. I said, you gotta pay me for that lie. Hey, TNT, how you doing? You had a doctor appointment? I hope everything going well. Yeah, I was having some rough days myself, girl, but other than that, I'm doing okay. Know what? I told him he had to pay me for that lie. And he was finna do it, but he found out I had to put in card. That one thing about my husband, he rather put a prepaid card. He ain't gonna, a lot of people don't like using their debit cards and stuff. It be so much, I told him it ain't like that, but a lot of people have cards just for you to, like prepaid cards or PayPal, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't like to use their debit card, Oh, yeah, I know, Frank. Because that's what they do. They go back and find videos from 2022. I'm like, I be saying, when I did that video? And that's what they do when they be going through your channel, y'all. When y'all get those claims, sometimes they go back years and find music on your video. And I'm like, I forgot I had that. Yeah. But I hope your daughter feeling better. No. They go back, because I've been on YouTube since 2020, 21. Shoot, they go back but they haven't been doing it lately, but that's when I first lost my monetization. They went back, they went back and got those videos and sent me those claims. I had to change their music out. I deleted a lot of videos. That's what took me so long trying to get back monetized, but they said you don't supposed to delete no videos. I had deleted so many videos, so I had to build those hours back up. And that's one thing too, y'all. Don't delete no videos. Just change the music out or mute. Yeah. Change the music out or just mute it. Because that's where I messed up at. I think I deleted over 100 videos, I believe. And that's what had me working so hard to get back monetized. So now I try to be careful, but it is what it is. you said you said copyright is like their addiction. Yeah, honey. I'm doing okay. I had got some treatments the other day for my back and in my knees. They had gave me 2 shots the other day, and I was just feeling so uncomfortable. For lower back pain, it still goes and comes because it's chronic. Only thing they try to do is just try to have me to be comfortable. That's what they told me. Just give me some type of relief. They want to do something to my shoulder now, TNT, but honey, I ain't got that kind of money because my insurance won't pay for it. So they want to do a stem cell. It's some type of stem cell they want to do, a treatment they want to do on my shoulder. But like I said, I deal with a lot of inflammation, and they tell me that thing is $5,500. When a man told me the other day, I said, okay. He said, we can put you on a payment plan. And I'm like, all right. But I just try not to, I don't do a whole lot of lifting with this. I got a torn rotator cuff. It been there for the last couple of years, but lately it been bothering me. But I just tell God, just continue to give me the strength. Sometimes I be feeling like my body about to fall apart. But I said, woo, child. I just said, Lord, I just got to keep hanging in there. Oh, yeah, I be going through some injection for my Lord, right? You do? Does it help you? You know, it'll help. I got that shot, what? Tuesday? Monday? Wasn't no day, but then morning I started by feeling it. You know, that pain. I'm like, okay. I just sometimes when I deal with it, but then when it get to a point where I can't, I have to go get more treatments and stuff. But honey, they gonna tell me about this other. Hey, East Dad, how you doing? Good to see you, my friend. You'll be getting done on the 7th. Okay, all right. But yeah, honey. Oh no, it's something about the insurance company now. They only pay for so many treatments. You know, you can get so many treatments with your insurance. Then you have to come up with your own, with your copay, or they'll pay so much. All right. You staying cool? Are you staying cool? What you drinking? Got you some water, Gatorade? What are you drinking? What are you doing to stay cool? But yeah, I was just popping in, telling everybody I'm okay. You know, just was having some so-so days, but I thank God. I thank God. Okay, you're cool as a cucumber. That's all right. That's all. I saw a picture of you one day. I said, okay. You was like you was sitting in your car or something like that. I'm drinking some. I'm drinking. This is fusion water. Right here, I got in my glasses cantaloupe, honeydew melon, and watermelon, and I got some cold water. This is the challenge this week. This was a fusion water challenge, and it helps you like stay hydrated. This is just something that you just want to place sodas, or if you don't want to drink just water, you can add some fruits in it and stuff like that. This have no caffeine, no sugar. I just got the natural flavor. It's natural flavor. And so I've been drinking. Tomorrow be the last day. I'm gonna drink this right here to tomorrow. But you know, I drink this a lot. I like cucumber and lemons. That be good. I ain't as bad as they say, Georgia. Ooh, what they say about you? What they say about your East Dad? How you been doing, Doc? You know, you been having some, but you know, the last conversations we was having in the chat, you seem like you're doing, everything was working out for you. You know, it was like you was going through some personal stuff, but I hope everything did work out for you for the best. Oh, you telling on yourself now. You said you ain't as bad as they say. So what have they been saying? That things are improving. Okay, that's great. That is so great. Whew. I'll be running to the bathroom. But other than that, I'm doing great. I felt like coming on talking today. You know, like I said, I had been resting a couple of days, and you know, our rest is very important. We must take time out to. How up there? It's hot up here, and I know it is. Woo. We had got a little shower today. We had got a little shower today. Y'all just continue to make sure y'all dress for the weather. If you don't have to be out there in 90s and 100 degrees, don't get out there. Yep. So you on your lunch break? How long your lunch break be? 20 minutes? An hour? I remember those days when I used to be working. We used to have like 30-minute lunch break. I think we used to have like uh two 10-minute break. And it seemed like those minutes be going by so fast. It seemed like you be trying to do everything. You be trying to do everything, and that time you get your food or whatever you going. These are some of my stickers right here. The members. If you're a member, you can use these stickers right here. Trying to get some more members. If I can put in some more stickers. Uh, oh, you on an hour? Oh, well, that's good. Child, I used to work at this assembly plant. Okay, I used to work at this plant. It was like a chicken plant. And they we need more than 30 minutes. By the time you try to warm your food up, waiting in those lines, trying to, I remember those days. Everybody trying to get to the microwave. That's what I was saying about those temperature weathers. Some people used to set their food out there in the car. And it all depends on what you had to eat. And the sun will warm your food up, but you don't want to put no um food where gonna spoil out there. But yeah, that sun will. Just imagine how that sun warm up food. It'll cook your body the same way. That's why we was talking about the awareness about that. If you outside, wear your long sleeves or wear something on your skin, you know, protect your skin and stuff like that. Yep. But other than that, I think I'm finna get off of here. I was just popping up for a little bit, seeing what everybody was doing, and I was just updating everybody, on that about that lady that got killed, the manager that got killed over there at McDonald's. And I was saying I'm glad that McDonald's is taking responsibility to do something for those children, you know, because she had dedicated 15 years to them. Why not do something in her name and let her legacy live on through her children, I think, when you've been on a job 15 years, that's a long time. You took time, and the lady took time to go to work every day. Just, that old crazy girl, they didn't get along. I'm sure they said they had some disagreements, but I still say she shouldn't have took that woman's life. She shouldn't have took that lady's life, leaving her small kids and children behind. Yep. I ain't gonna tell you that people don't make you mad on these jobs, cause they do. They try to take you there. They try to see how far they can take you, then they'll try to, they try to push your buttons. And then sometimes people be on these jobs, they try to trap you into getting in trouble. Especially if they feel like they can get to you, they'll try to everything they can to, in other words, people will try to manipulate you and cause you to have problems. Y'all had people like that try to make your work hard for you. I know I have. Thinking you doing your best, and somebody gonna still come out and say, that ain't right. That would have a person feeling like a person picking at you or bullying you when you're doing your job, and then every time you look around, they writing you up for something. But as managers and supervisors, it feel like that's their job to tell you you gotta tighten up. You gotta do better. When a supervisor tell you that, don't mean all the time they're bullying you. They're just letting you know this is what you come to work to do. If you apply for this job, why not do it? And like Frank or somebody was saying, the girls, she probably just didn't want to work. Some people just want to get a paycheck. People just want to be in a spot, but they don't want to put the hard work in. But these days now, you got to work for what you want. People are not giving you nothing now. You know, you might have some people that helped you out some, but if you ain't got your own money, it's rough trying to get something from other people. I'm just gonna tell you. I'm just gonna tell you the truth. It's rough. It's times are hard. I mean, it have been worse. We able to buy some eggs now. Thank you, Jesus. Cause we got the boiled egg challenge coming up. So I think those eggs about what, $4? They're about $4 now. And they still too high, but you know, they have came down compared to what they were. The gas, it's still, it's still over $2, but it have been worse, so we just have to thank God for what we're able to do. That's why I say I thank God for what I'm able to do. I can't worry about what I can't do. I can't sit here and worry about what Sue got going on down the road and what Jake got going on up the street. I only can think about what I'm able, what I can get, and what I can't. I just can't worry about it. You said these kids don't like Korean. And that's what she was 26 though, Top. Did you hear about that story? Did you know about that? I think I had shared the other week about the girl killed a manager. She's saying a manager was bullying her. But they haven't seen nowhere, no one had came forward saying that the manager had bullied her. But like people were saying, she was getting on her about her job. She was out in the storage room, supposed to be, I guess, supposed to be straightening up stuff. She ended up making TikTok video. That's why I said that social media gonna have these children get killed, gonna have them lose their job, gonna have people to go to jail. You know, that's what they got the breaks for. But a lot of jobs don't, you're not supposed to have your phones with you. And then some people do sneak their jobs, sneak their phones in on the job. And see, I think if you got children and stuff like that, you need to have your phone with you. But there's a lot of jobs like those federal jobs and a lot of those jobs, they don't let you bring your phones in the inside. You have to have them in the car. Because I know when I was trying to work at this prison one year, and when I went out there, I had to put everything, my keys, my phone, had to put all that stuff in a thing, go through the security. I went out there for the job, but it wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. But yeah, 26. Yeah, she was 26. Yeah, and they still calling her a child. Up and out. My son's finna be 28, so she's still like young to me. But she knew what she was doing. She was saying on TikTok how the lady was sending her home, and it was premeditated. And I was just talking about what they had, they found out she had a prior record for stabbing somebody. That's why I said a lot of these jobs don't do criminal checks. Because a lot of these jobs did criminal background. If Mike Dunn had did a criminal background on that girl, they wouldn't have been able to hire her. Unless they didn't put it on file that she had stabbed somebody else. So I don't know. I don't know if they gave her. Somebody said they had gave her probation. They said she had got a slap on the wrist the first time when she cut somebody. So maybe that's why. Maybe that's why I didn't show up. I don't know. I never been arrested. I don't want to be arrested. I don't want none of that. At the point she left work and came out to murder is not, no. Mm-mm. Not at all. There's a lot of people in her corner, though. A lot of people saying people can't talk to people in any kind of way, that is true. That's true. People cannot talk to people in any kind of way. That's true. But you still got to respect somebody if that's your boss, and if you're on. And I always say when people come to my chat, you got to respect that host or anybody channel. You got to respect them. Like that day I came in your chat, I'll never go on another person's chat and disrespect that host. I'm always come in and say, hey, host, and chat. But I'm going to acknowledge that host first. Because it's just like when you go and try to interrupt somebody live or video, that is being disrespectful. And when I come in and somebody chat, I let them know that, look, I'm speaking. It still be up to that person, but you still supposed to acknowledge that host. That's only being right. I I see that. I see that. They let you know now. They let you know now they hire anybody. Mm-hmm. Anybody. I know a lot of these jobs, you do have to have a criminal background. You do. They do have to check your background. No, it don't. It don't. A lot of people looking at it like, I hate it when I saw a video where they said she got what was coming to her, the manager. How can a person say that? You don't know, especially if you weren't there to witness this lady bullying somebody. It's just like you just saying, whatever. Children without a mom. And that lady was known. She had a lot of people to say some things, good things about her, the manager. It's just like, like when you being worked with, like if you go to like some people like going to they certain areas to eat. Like a lot of people like to go to certain McDonald's or, how you just have your favorite place you go because you feel comfortable with the people work there. And that's what people were saying, that they was very comfortable about going to that McDonald's. And, it's just like, go there and get you a cup of coffee that makes you feel welcome. And we know, and I know too, that some people do have some bad customer service. Some people have some terrible customer service habit. They just, you can tell how they working up the people in the grocery stores. Some of them cashiers, you can tell some of them be having like, they be mad. Some of them be in that store. Some of them be in the store. You be up there getting grocery. They act like they be mad, like, okay, don't take it out on me because you had to work today. But they do right. You know how some of them be in these stores, Walmart and these places, especially when they see a line full of people. Ooh. They see a line full of people. They get crazy then. They want to be like, nah, I know these folks ain't coming here this time of day. That's your job. You have to realize, if you're a cashier, that's part of your job to wait on these people. That's not they're really mad. Yeah, I know I was somewhere. What sure I was? I was in one of those stores. Was it Walmart? And I was asking the girl, I said, "Is you okay?" Cause she didn't want to wait on me. She talking about somebody else supposed been came here. Like she was ready to get off and they supposed, how they do when them cashiers, right? They be waiting for somebody to come in, but they can change, they draw, the cashier money out and all that, whatever. She just looking all crazy and then like she didn't want to get my stuff off the counter, right? And I'm like, are you okay? Are you okay? And that was she got to telling me how the person that supposed to be coming was late. And see, when stuff like that happen, you have to go to HR or talk to the supervisor or manager. Let them know, look, you ready to go. You done did your shift for the day. You done did your shift for the day. People have to be careful who they hire for these jobs, too. Like Top said, some job, they hire anybody. When they put a sign up and say, I'm hiring, people come in there, all types of people. But you got to be careful. Then you won't be surprised about what some of the things were happening. You said that's why I gave up my supervisor position, because people don't want to work and don't want to be told what to do. Everyone tiptoeing around these people while you're Your company falls apart. Exactly. So you used to be a supervisor? Wow. And like I said, I'm sure you probably seen all kinds of attitudes and you had to deal with different types of people and you were trying, you was there to do your job, but then people would look at you like think you're nasty because you tell them what to do and stuff like that. Yeah. I know you told me you was working with the health. You was working in the health service. So you was a supervisor there or you was a supervisor somewhere else? Okay. Now, I witnessed some bad supervisors now. I told y'all about how me and one of my supervisors stayed into it until it got to the point where she suspended me. I almost got fired. I had to get the union involved. That's why it's good to have unions on jobs in a way because that's what the union there for. It's somebody over your supervisor. Even your supervisor try to be nasty to you or try to in other words, treat you in a certain way. They have a boss too. You don't have to just keep talking at them. You can go over their head, but then some still stick together. But still, that's what you still file complaints. You go to the HR, the Better Business Bureau, wherever, where you put those complaints, especially when you go to these stores and stuff, and those cashiers and all these different people be treating you different kind of way, you can file a complaint. And a lot of those stores like Walmart and all the other places, they don't be want to get no complaints because they don't want nobody to sue them for harassment and treating people wrong. Or you can sue people for that. And they don't want that to happen. Yes, when I was healthcare, girls violate HPPA, HIPPA. For real? Most of these kids who got jobs, only reason because their parents made them. If it weren't for the parents, these kids would be on social media. Yeah, yep, that is so true. I know when I first got my first job, I don't even know if they doing that now. Do people still get summer jobs? You know how the government help get summer jobs? I don't know if they still doing it. I know when I was coming up, they used to help us with summer jobs. Like the government, they would go by your income. And now, like Frank said, if those kids are not in camp, they just staying at home on their phone. Cause I have had young people coming in my chat. I'm like, what y'all doing in my chat? 12 and 14 and 15. I'm like, what you doing about chat? I said, y'all parents, I always ask them, your parents know you on social media. Cause that's what I'm gonna make sure my granddaughter, she be with me, but she don't be on the living would be on my channel. She don't know how to go in nobody else's channel. She don't know how to do all that now. But cause she ain't but 7. And she keep dying for a channel. I keep telling her, God, what you get a little bit more older. But what I'm saying is that some of these young people be all in your chat. And cause they'll tell you right quick. Like I had like one girl, 12, one day came. I said, what you do? That's it. It was like during the week. You supposed to be at school. Even my grandson be telling my grandma, I be peeping in your chat. Sometimes I just don't. Boy, you supposed to be doing your homework. You supposed to be doing your schoolwork. Huh? I'll call corporate in a minute. I know that right. Girl. Oh, this job I used to work on, it was folk complaining about the same supervisor that I had got into it with. People was they was just sending reports on her. She ain't dying that no more. That's why I said sometimes, I'm gonna tell y'all just like this. Karma will get you sooner or later. A lot of people don't believe in karma or God. I put it like that. A lot of people don't believe in God or karma. Cause you can't keep on doing people wrong and think you're gonna get away with it. That's what I'm saying. Cause even though me and that lady got into it a couple times, and I had to go back down there to that job, they fired me because I had got sick, and I had been out there about 11 years. My health started failing on me and stuff. That, I had got into my supervisor years prior to me leaving when I got sick. Then when I went back down now, like I said, one thing about me, I always try to forgive, but I never forget. Because God do want us to forgive. Because the woman, she was trying to get me, she wanted me gone. It's just like every little thing I did, it just bothered her. I wasn't doing nothing right. Because of the fact that I was dealing with some issues, I had to stay in the bathroom a lot. I used to be coming to work late sometime, or either I had to be out. But I had medical excuses. You know what I'm saying? For everything that I had going on. And it's just like me and her just had it out one day because I said something and another employee heard me. She didn't hear me. They were trying to fire me based on hearsay. Based on hearsay. That's why I said sometimes hearsay. That's why I always said sometimes you have to watch the people that try to bring you a bone. Like my mama used to say, y'all have heard that. Watch the people who bring you the bone. They always come out and tell you what somebody else said, but think. What did you say? See what I'm saying? I forgive all day. I forgive all day. I'm looking at two devices, but like my phone, like my computer is, these comments going by so fast. You say I forgive all day long, but forget it's a different story. That's true. He would not be mocked. Ooh, amen. Girl, you better see it. But God, karma, people don't realize they get those things. They do. And then I had to go back down. I was that was right after I had the cancer diagnosis and everything. I couldn't go back to work. She died now. The one I had prior with a few years ago, she died now hugging me and stuff. I could have been like, don't touch me. I know you was trying to give me a hard time while I was working here. But no, I didn't. Like I said, I forgive, but some things you just don't forget. You know what I'm saying? Something you just don't forget. So, that was a chapter of my life. That's why I said, I knew what I was going through down there health wise. And a lot of people don't realize this. And I have said this before. God know exactly what we go through. He know when it's time for us to sit down. He know what I was going through. Not only just with that, with other things, with my health and he had it where it was just like I couldn't do it no more. I didn't want to leave my job being sick and going through what I went through, but he knows what was best for me. That's why I always tell people we can't question what he does in our life. Sometimes it seems like things are not working the way we want it to work, but we have to give it time. We have to be patient. Like sometimes I can still be depressed about some of the things I go through health wise. Like the other day the other day was just one of those days, and a couple of days I just wasn't, I just wasn't up to. It's just like I was going through a little depression. I still deal with that sometimes. And how you just have those days, you think about some of the things that you go through, but then I have to say, Lord, I can't complain. I got to keep on going. I got to keep thanking God that things could be worse. See what I'm saying? We might talk about what we go through, but there's somebody out there worse than us. That's what I think about a lot. You know what I'm saying? That would keep me grounded. That would keep fighting because I know there's some things that I'm still struggling with.
The way you treat people, it will come back to you one day. I had a horrible manager that didn't want me to take all my bereavement when my mother passed away. All my coworkers went in on her. Wow. Wow. Yeah, stuff like that. Those be your days. Those days there, you earn those days. I know like what you saying. I remember sometimes I used to have to be off like certain like on certain jobs they'll pay you for your mom, your dad. I think it was my uncle. My uncle had died. My husband, my uncle had died. She wouldn't even let me take off. I wasn't gonna get paid no way. But I had a vacation. I had vacation time. When you have vacation time, they don't want you to use your time. And she didn't want me to cause like I said, when my husband, my uncle died, he died of a heat stroke. That's the one I was telling y'all about. You know, sudden death. He died of a heat stroke. And they don't pay you for your uncle and your aunties or cousins. They pay you for your mom, dad, brothers, and sisters. I think that's how it was out there on that job. And I needed to be out from my uncle because I wanted to be there with my husband. That woman didn't want to give me no vacation day. I had to go to HR and tell them I needed to be out. They were like, you supposed to let her know ahead of time. Like I said, he had just died, right? He had just died, and all of us close. All of us was close. And I knew I wasn't gonna get paid through the company, but they didn't want me to take no vacation day because it was already somebody else gonna be off that day. That's how that job was down there. Like if you could put in for your vacation day, if they had like more than one person already off, they ain't gonna give you that day off. And so I had to go to HR and get it approved, and they let me off. Yeah, that's just how that's why I said, woo. A lot of people be saying, do you miss from being out there? Mm-mm. I had missed a couple of people that I had got close with, but I did not like the rules down there, and it was hard for you to take off when you need to take off. Good part I liked about that job, I did win a car. That's where I won my car at. I won a 2013 Chevy Cruze. I think Frank probably seen it. I won a brand new car from that job. That was one of the bright spots about that job. I was blessed with a new car. I was in a drawing. It's still out there in my yard. Needed some work done. I gave it to my son. Ooh, I messed up when I gave it to him. But that was my blessing. That was my blessing. I never forget that. But yeah, but some jobs, some people don't try to work with you. Especially when it's time when you have to when you need to be off for your family. You have, like you say, you have bereavement days on jobs. You have vacation, uh, and down there they used to have like a point system. If you be off, they give you my leg trying to hurt now. I'm gonna put my leg up. Ooh. And yeah, it's about time for me to stop now. See, my pain, it run from my lower back and it go down my leg. That's what it is. That's why I'm sitting up because I'm in my recliner chair, but I still got a pillow back there. Uh, Hold on. I can tell them to do what you gotta do because I'm taking my. That's right. I had got to the point where down there, after so many years, you get like a month vacation. I was getting close to get a month vacation. I hadn't used all my vacation because when I was going to the doctor, right? And see, down there, they wouldn't pay you when you go to the doctor, but they'll pay if you have to be on personal leave. And I knew I had to be going to the doctor, so I would use like my days cover my pay. Cause my son was still in school at the time. Yeah, so I was trying to make sure I still get paid. But they didn't. It was I was so glad when they took that woman from over there. I got a little better, all right, after she moved. And then they had put me somewhere else too. And then I knew I wasn't gonna. I thought I was gonna go back, but mentally, and then what my body went through, my doctor had said I wasn't gonna be able to work no more, so I wasn't able to go back down there. That's why I said a lot of people don't realize God will bring you out of stuff. He'll bring you out of stuff whether you're ready to be out. And, I have to give him all the glory. I really do. Even though I had to go through a lot, health wise, and I still do, but sometimes you have to look at things when God be in the midst of stuff, it be for your good. It be for your good. Yeah, it's all about money. Yep. But I had to I worked I had been working ever since I was like 16, 17. I started working at a young age. I had my daughter when I was right after high. Well, I had finished trade school. I was 18. I got married when I was 20. Yep. This year I'll be celebrating my 35th wedding anniversary. He probably still peeping in my chat now. He probably still peeping in my chat, but I'm just saying though, I stopped questioning God. I say, whatever He have in store for me, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Yep. You worked in your 20s? Oh, okay. Like when I started working at 16, there were like little jobs I was doing after school, trying to get money for my senior trip and stuff like that, 17. But I ain't really have no like a full-time job. I think I was about 20. Yeah. About 19. Right after I had my daughter. Yeah. But anyway, y'all, I was just talking. Like I said, it was random talk. I was talking about, you know, about the manager situation, and I was talking about the flooding, and yeah, shout out again to y'all, Frank. We got one more day of the fusion war. You got hurt on your job? Oh, okay. I think all my issues start with my job too, Frank. That's what my doctor be telling me. Even though about the cancer part, but my back issues, they saying that come from standing up. That cause my disc messed up. And I used to be standing up all the time. Like I decided I have 2 hours. It's about time for me to get up now. Especially this week here. What my granddaughter said, Grandma, you gonna be on that 2 hours? I done came a long way with this line. I used to stay on that long. But when the conversation be good, you know how it go. I said, good, go and sit down somewhere. You doing warehouse work? Okay. Yeah. But I thank God for y'all, Frank. I thank y'all for all y'all do. Just let's continue to support one another. Hey Ruthie, how you doing? I just came on talking a little bit. I said I was up on the weather a couple of days because I've been getting some treatments for my back and knees. And I'm sitting here now with my leg up now, stretching them out. Oh, been working with a new therapist and chiropractor. They've been trying to do some different treatments on me. Yeah. You at work? Okay. I saw you earlier. So them guys, those boys back in school, huh? I appreciate you too. I appreciate y'all so much. I thank y'all for, still supporting me, even though a lot of them left. And I'm glad that y'all, you know how some people, when they don't see other certain people in your chat, they don't come. I'm glad I don't have to deal. I don't, I really want people to be here to support me as for me. Don't support me or don't stop supporting me because another person stopped supporting me. I like real people. I'm just going to put it just like that.
And I know I got some real people over here. I try to support the best way I can. If I don't see you when you first begin, I have to catch you when you know. But I will be supporting. But a lot of people, you know how they go. I always try to be myself. And thank y'all for supporting. And if I can help y'all in any kind of way, y'all know I will. I have my days, I have my issues, but I was mover people too. Oh, okay. And I was just talking about the lady with, I was just giving an update about the lady that got killed, the manager that got killed, right? Uh, from a co-worker. And we were just talking about how some people, how sometimes managers do be that way. They do probably say stuff to you, but I didn't think that was no reason for the girl to kill the lady. She was saying her manager was bullying her, but they haven't showed on paper or on record showing, or nobody hadn't even came up and say somebody was bullying that girl. I just said she shouldn't have took that lady's life, and she got 6 kids. Because I had shared the story a couple of days ago, and I was just reading the update about it, that McDonald's is honoring her. They doing a trust fund for the 6 kids. Gonna make sure they have somewhere to stay. They're gonna try to help them with their education, and I think that's good because the lady had been on the job 15 years, so that's a long time to be on one job. And we were just talking about different, yeah. And like I said, I done had some bad experience with my supervisor, but sometimes yeah, she was 26, but that was very childish of her. And I'm gonna say this too. I felt like if she was getting bullied, bullied by her manager, why she didn't go to her supervisor? It's somebody over the manager, right? When you got a supervisor and they like I said, when I had an issue with my supervisor, I did go over her head. I went to somebody else about her. She didn't want to give me my vacation days, right? So I had to go to HR and talk to the head manager and tell them, look, that's what I needed my days for. Those be your days. Those vacation days be yours. Those bereavement days be yours. If you have to be on leave of absence, they give you so many days off. Because that's what I was on, short term, long term leave when I first stopped work, until I had to used up everything. And they fired me because I wasn't able to go back to work. My doctor told me she's not going to be able to stand back down there. And I've been having issues ever since, but I thank God that I can do what I'm able to do. Yeah. That's the reason people call her a little girl. Oh, okay. Well, it's good to see you, Ruth. Y'all make sure y'all connect with one another. Shout out to my members, but I'm fixing to get off of here. Oh, yeah, it's time now. Legs starting to hurt. But I appreciate everybody for tuning in. But yeah, I was just trying to relax a couple of days ago because I was had to went through a couple of those treatment and my body was sore, and shout out to my members again, the one that sticking with me. I do appreciate you all. Y'all make sure y'all check out everybody Fusion Water. I think y'all doing a good job, Frank. Frank, I'm so proud of you. Did you come back this week? I know you hadn't been on a few days. You took a break long as you needed. Did you take a good break off YouTube? Sometimes you have to take a break. People have to take a mental break just to take time out for themselves. Thanks to everybody who did pop in. It was good to see you, Dana J, and some of the people from the Dream Team. I see they was peeping in here. I appreciate everyone. All my members, my moderators, thank y'all for hanging here with me. You still on your break? Okay. They take it out on you because they don't manage their shift schedule. That's true. That's true, but it's wrong that um, some supervisors do that, but still they don't get nobody an excuse to take nobody's life. Even though you probably have been mad at people, but think about it. You kill somebody, you gone. Then they got this girl what for first degree murder too? Ooh, premeditated murder. Cause she had it all planned. She left, came back, got a knife she already had in her car. That wasn't nothing but premeditated. It's just like they say, she snapped. It said she snapped. I said, that is true. You don't know what people might be going through, but still, a lot of people say that why you can't mess with people or, um, you don't know what people might be going through. You don't know what might be on person mind, and that is so true. But still, she can't say that with no self defense. Not if that woman ain't had nothing to defend herself. This and that woman got stabbed 15 times in her face. Wow. Because she was stabbing on her face, so she must have hit a main artery or something. She had to hit a main artery or something. You know what I'm saying? Wow. But prayers going out to that family again. Prayers going out to Texas because their people are still looking for their families. They're still looking for their children. The children that was at the camp, they're still looking for them. So that's basically what I was doing, just and I was wanting to share about we're still on the fusion water challenge. We'll be finishing up tomorrow. Then next week we'll be doing 3 shorts a day. You can do them however you want. 1, 2, 3, bite to bite. Just get 3 shorts in a day. That gonna help your channel. And the way how the shorts be now, you get some good. Like sometimes you get some good views on the shorts. You might get some new people too. But it be some creeps in them shorts too. Woo. I had to block somebody yesterday on my short. They said something nasty. I just blocked them. I had put my drink up. I had put my drink up that I shared yesterday, and they told me, "Can I put some?" They said something nasty. Tell me, "Can they put that in my water?" I blocked them from my channel. I don't even know who they was. I said some people just don't care what they say in these comments. Someone just don't care what they say. Yeah, talk about can they put some? That's what they said, Frank. Can they put some semen in my water? I'm like, what? I blocked them. Just nasty. I'm like, really? That's what you want to put in my water? Just nasty. How you sometimes when you can see your comment where people been commenting, right? I said, okay, somebody comment on now. And I was read that. I messed around. I hurried up and got that thing off my channel. I said, you old devil, you nasty self. The people in the shorts, I don't even know half of them people be coming to my video. Because I don't see them on the, when I do my live streams and stuff. That's why I said the shorts got their own community over there. But y'all make sure y'all check out Frank G, top bottom, everybody that came in the chat today. Make sure y'all connect with each other. Make sure y'all check out the ones what did the Fusion channel, Miss Key Kitchen and more, Sassy, Frank, myself. Watch the video, leave a genuine comment, let them know that you are watching, and we hope that we are inspiring people to stay hydrated. That's what it is. Stay hydrated. Continue to keep your water, drink your water, stay cool, and probably pop up tomorrow. Like I said, I know I'm gonna do live just about every day, but I wasn't up to it. Body wise, health wise, I wasn't. But I was putting out my water and stuff. But all right, you guys. Y'all continue to have a blessed night. I'm fixing to end this. I appreciate the ones that did come over. Let's write this right here. All right, you guys. Y'all have a good night. Thank y'all for coming over. I'm not sure who's live. Miss Key probably live. She's still working on her watch hours. Y'all want to give her a thumb up or watch her playlist. Y'all, that'll be real good help to her. Y'all continue to stay blessed, stay encouraged, and always stay what? Prayed up. And until next time, bye bye.